Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here with us tonight in our Wholehearted Partnership event. Thank you so much for joining us on this lovely Thursday evening from wherever you are today. I know some of you might be here as friends or family to help support someone speaking, or you might have received an invite to come and join us and just hear a little bit about what we're all about, what our community has to offer, and if it is something that might be for you down the track. Whatever your reason for being here tonight, thank you so much. We're very grateful and really looking forward to just getting into a little bit about us. We're going to get into the what, the why, and the how. If we haven't met before, my name is Sabina. I am a mum to three boys, a wife, and I like to call myself a young nomad, not a grey nomad yet. Currently, my family and I are traveling Australia in our caravan. So we live full time on the road, which definitely has its challenges, but all the while it's a very rewarding process, and we're very thankful that it's something we get to experience with our three boys. Um, I started in this community about 2 years ago. At the time, I was working full time as a site clerk for a mining company in Kalgoorlie, and loved my job, loved the crew I was working with, but life was pretty hectic 2 years ago. We were what I would call hamsters on wheels. We were going to work, coming home, picking the kids up from school, going to sport, dinner, homework, bed, lunches, and we were just doing that on repeat Monday to Friday, and then longing for, those 2 days that you get off on Saturday and Sunday to relax, and you would spend the weekend running around from sports to grocery shopping. You would be doing cleaning and just getting ready for the next week on the hamster wheel. And it just kind of got to a point where I remember one day I was sitting there and I said to myself, is this it? Is this really what life is about? I'm going to spend the next 40 years doing this, working 40 to 50 hours a week just to get 2 days off. At the time, my husband was working a FIFO role, so fly in, fly out, where he would be away for 2 weeks at a time and then home for 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks out a month, I would be solo parenting and trying to do it all. It was just a very unfulfilling and uninspiring time of our life. Like, while financially we were fine, like if that wasn't a pain point back then, we did sacrifice our time for money, and we sacrificed time with our children, and we sacrificed fun, and we sacrificed freedom. So we knew something had to change, and we'd made the decision around that time that we were going to sell our house and pack the kids up into a caravan, and we're going to set off an adventure and go travel Australia. And it was around that time I noticed a friend of mine was sharing her journey on social media, and she was everything I'd wanted to be. She was um, energetic, and she was glowing when she had what we called the NHC glow. Like, she just looked like she was just living her best life and working casually in her business around her kids, and she was part of this community that just looked like they were just having so much fun. And I think I was in a really low point in my life where I didn't feel like I was having fun. And so I reached out to her and sent the message that I'm sure we've either sent or received. And it was, tell me more. Like, what are you doing? What's going on? What are these products you're sharing? What's this business? Like, tell me more. And I'm so glad I had the courage back then to do that, because it didn't take long for me to realize that this was a no-brainer. It was a business and a company that aligned with all my values. And having been in this space for 2 years now, you actually get the opportunity to sit down and work out what your values are. And at the end of the day, freedom is what I feel like we're all looking for. And I'm not just talking about financial freedom, I'm talking about freedom to make choices, freedom to do what you want to do in the morning, freedom to, be able to pack up and go travel Australia, freedom to go to the supermarket and not look at the price of something, just having that freedom is what I have been craving. Health is, a top value of mine as well. And, in this space, we are encouraged to look after ourselves and to live our best healthy life, and family is a huge value of mine. So I felt like this community and this business ticked all the boxes, and it was, at the time I didn't realize it was exactly what I was searching for, and what I needed to sort of bring me back to life. I'm sure you'll hear it tonight over the course of the evening. A lot of the ladies will say they are not the same person they were when they joined, and that is hand on heart 100% true. I am not the person I was 2 years ago, and I'm forever thankful that I had the courage that day to step out of my comfort zone, and just find out a little bit more about what it's all about. So another great asset to this community is the instant best friends you make when you join. It is a community that will hold your hand through the tough times. It is a community that will be there to support you, to encourage you. There's no competition. There's nothing like that. It is a sisterhood like I've never experienced before. So in saying that, I'm going to introduce everyone to Kat. Now, Kat and I actually met in June last year at our annual conference and hit it off instantly. BFFs for life from day one. We had so much in common. We've both got 3 boys. At the time, Kat was planning her next adventure, and we were already doing that. So instantly, conversations about packing caravans and, all that boring kind of stuff. And we've been so fortunate that in the last 3 months, our families have actually had the opportunity to meet up, and we've spent a few weeks traveling around Australia together, creating those cool memories with our kids. And even our boys are BFFs now and just love and adore each other. And I'm so glad we had the opportunity to make those memories with you and your family, Kat. So if you wouldn't mind coming off mute, please, darling, and just share a little bit with us tonight about what brought you into the community and really what keeps you here day after day.
Yeah, thank you so much. And as you've said, we met in June last year, and no joke, like you said, instant BFFs. You're just like, okay, you're my person. And I suppose one of the things about this incredible community that we have all said yes to, and we share in common, is we come from all different walks of life, but we have a common goal. And the common goal is to say, yes, I'm craving something new. I'm craving something more. There is more to ourselves, this entire country, this universe that we have to grow and expand, and really, I think, kind of grasp the concept of what comes next, what else is happening, where can I grow my mindset. And I think, look, I'm that busy mum who constantly said no to myself, always putting everybody else first. And I used to think it was a selfish thing to put my needs before others. Little did I know that saying no for 6 months just set me back 6 months. And I finally said, what's the worst that can happen? I say yes to this, and I sit in it for a bit, learn a few things, and then off I go to whatever next adventure I'm on. And I think, in all honesty, hand on heart, the personal development coaching that we get here is world class. There are things of relationship intelligence. There is mindset coaching. There is so many different avenues to explore, and you can explore it time and time again and get something different from it every single time, depending on where you're at in life. And the community of supportive people literally are here to hold your hand, to prep you up, to clap you. I mean, to pat you on the back when you've done something well. And sometimes the power of that is just magnifying when you know that you have all of this support behind you, and it is honestly incredible. And the amazing thing is, we all said yes to making these beautiful changes for ourselves. And we now get to share that with other people. We get to share the feeling that we have as women, as men, as families in this incredible community and behind this amazing business that we're attached to. We get to share that dream, and it's not just with people here in Australia. This is global. This is making an impact on a larger scale than you can even fathom. And the more I dive into what it is that we have available to us here, the more I'm actually inspired to connect with more people, talk to more people, but also hear and listen to what people are telling you. Like, so many times you're in conversations with people and you're just like, oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, good, thanks. Oh, that's good. See you later. And we're not actually listening. We're just talking. And I think that I'm learning so much more about the people that I am surrounding myself with, and that in turn is making me grow as well. So, as you have mentioned, we are now on our own little adventure around Australia in a caravan, and I have met the most amazing people on this trip, and everybody that we are meeting is there. They're in that space. They're wanting to talk to you about what it is that you do. And I think, you know, I come from a small town. So for me, you know, you walk around the streets and you know everybody. So it's out of my comfort zone. And 2.5 years ago, would we have said yes to something like this? I'm not sure we would have had the mental capacity to do that. I'm not sure this big leap of faith of chucking our 3 boys in a caravan would ever have been something that we would have put our hands up for. But I think that the mindset growth that we have had here and the expansion of change and accepting that change is, you know, it's forever going to be leaving an impact for you. I'm excited by what comes next. And, you know, I have met these beautiful ladies who are talking here tonight, all with different stories. You can't help but be inspired by people that in this community that you surround yourself with, and you, like I said, you just want to share that with so many more people. So the business avenue is incredible. The personal mindset is amazing, and it's backed by a company that has, you know, lifelong products that we all should be taking. So that's a little bit of my snippet, but I'm going to pass it across to the beautiful Rach, who's going to be talking next.
Thank you, beautiful. I love hearing you guys on your travels. It's just, and even being able to watch it all, it's amazing. So, yeah, hi. So I'm Rachel, and I am a mum. I'm a wife as well. I actually own my own hairdressing salon, and I actually become part of Wholehearted Women in 2020 in lockdown. And this was a time of my life when I'd actually hit rock bottom, which was literally, I was lost. I was lost in my health, I was lost in my wealth, and especially in my wellness. I know things needed to change. I was becoming a person that I didn't want to be, but I didn't know where to go. I was actually told that how everything was normal, you know, because I was, you know, a mum, because I had a business, because of my age, everything that I was feeling was normal. And knowing that it wasn't was probably the hardest thing, but actually finding something that would help me, I didn't know where to start. So that's why I actually jumped into our 6-week challenge. And literally from the start, things started to change, you know, from my energy to my gut health, you know, to being able to start cooking foods for like our families. But then the biggest thing that I'd learnt was the wellness side, you know, to literally have depression, to be taken out of my life is how I say it, is because of the, not only the programs, but the women in these programs. You know, as much as we have these amazing programs, it's the community of women behind it. And, you know, I realized straight away pretty much that I wasn't alone. You know, we all had different stories, But at the end of the day, we definitely, most of us were mums. For the simple fact is that I think when you become a mum, what I've realized is that you tend to put yourself last. I thought putting myself last and just making everyone else happy, I would be happy. And unfortunately, it took me 10 years to realize that was not how we should be living. And I always wanted to be a present mum, but that actually comes with more downs than ups. I am forever grateful that I know that I had so much time with my children, but financially, I just went without because I knew no different. So, and it literally, when we went back from COVID, I started working a lot. And that's when I realized that I was doing all these health programs, and that was amazing. But the financial side, I hadn't actually looked into. But then I realized what my biggest thing was to still be a present mum. And I didn't want to work 5 days a week. I don't want to be working 12-hour days. I actually now have been able to close my books as a hairdresser, and I work 3 days a week because I have my children are 13 and 15, and I look and think it's not going to be long, and they're not going to be here. They're going to have their own life, and I don't want to regret that. So being able to financially have I can still work my 3 days as a hairdresser, but financially feel it in this community is exactly why I'm doing this. And, to actually show anybody else out there that no matter what you want out of life, to make sure that it is what you're living, choose your life. And the biggest thing is, I think what we've learnt in this community is, just to have a happy, healthy life, and that's exactly how everyone is living. And I, hand on heart as well, I know I would not be the person I am right now if I did not have the women and the coaching and the mentors and everything in this community. So that's definitely, there's no words to actually explain this. And, even probably there's been a lot of things that have grown. Like I have grown, this is not something I would ever do. I was one of those confidence people used to say, oh, but you're a hairdresser, but I would never ever be able to get up and speak like I do. But the thing is, when I know how much this has changed my life, this is why I'm doing this. So that's my story, and I will pass it on to the beautiful Stace.
Here we go. All right. Thanks, Rach. All of your stories are always so inspiring, and gives me goosebumps every time we host these events. So thank you so much, Sabina, for having me on tonight. So my name is Stacey, and I am a mum of a beautiful almost 6-year-old. Sometimes I think 16-year-old. It's amazing how much attitude these little children have these days. And I've been a part of the incredible Wholehearted Women in Business community for almost 3 years now. And yeah, to say that it has changed my life is definitely an understatement. The opportunity to be a part of the community came into my life in a season where I knew that something needed to change, and I knew that something was me. I loved being a stay-at-home mum, but I was also sick and tired, and what I didn't realize at the time, very, very uninspired. And I knew that I could continue to lean into all of the fears of the past, or I could learn how to thrive, not just survive, and create a more empowered future for myself and my family. And so I said yes to this incredible opportunity. And now I get the opportunity to not only inspire myself and improve and elevate my life, but so many other women around me and their families, which is just incredible. Like I said, I knew there was something more, but I didn't know what that was. And this community has been more of the more than I could ever imagine. And not only becoming healthier and inspiring others, but also in becoming wealthier and reminding me that it's okay to dream again and then to dream bigger. So I'd forgotten how to dream, and listening to Sabina and Kat, we've also just recently had a complete life change, and now we've got dreams of looking at wanting to do some travel as well and being able to do this on the road, which just really, really excites me. And it's so amazing to see so many incredible women in this community and men that are actually doing that. So, and I think too, my only regret is that I did not look into this and get my questions answered sooner, because life is, like Rach said, it's too short. Like we want to be out there, we want to live it, we want to spend the time with our kids, build memories. So yeah, and at 40, I am amazed at my own personal transformation. I would never have in a million years dreamt of speaking on Zoom and flying across the country to events and meeting new people. And but I've just realized that it can be so much more, not just for our family, but for so many other beautiful families out there. So what everyone said about the community, the friendships, I'm so amazed, and it's just helped me grow my own vision. And I really just can't wait to see how many other beautiful souls we can continue to share all of these beautiful gifts with along the way. Thanks for that, Sabina.
Thank you. And thanks so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. And it's so true. We all come into this community for different reasons and different seasons of our life. And, I 100% agree for anyone that is involved in this, that they do feel completely changed at the end of it. So it's so inspiring, and I love hearing all your stories, ladies. I never tire of it. And this is the reason why we start off with the whys, because when you know why you're doing it, the how is easy. So with that, I'll just quickly go into a little bit about the what and the how with our partnerships available in this business. So what our business partners have available to them when they join with us is the opportunity. We all live the one mission, and the mission is to inspire healthy living around the globe. And how we do that is through a few different ways. One of them is through wellness. So we eat well, we live well, we move well, and we supplement well. We also have what I like to call our flagship program, which is our Naked Health program, which is designed to cater to everyone at all stages of life. Whether you're a new mum, there's workouts that you can work up to after having babies. Whether you're going through menopause, there's a menopause guide, there's a running guide, there's our favorite is the strip back, family recipes. There's just it's been designed in a way that it suits everyone, but it's done in a way where you're not cooking 100 different meals every week. You can cook one meal for the whole family. The recipes are simple, they're nutritious, they're delicious, and they will not cost you a fortune. I have done other programs before where I've gone to the supermarket and spent $200 on groceries for me for 5 days. And I'm like, and what's everyone else eating? So this is what I love about the Naked Health program, is that it is very family friendly and very versatile. And the other way our business partners get to do this is through our nutrition support products. So we have partnered with a company called Juice Plus. They are a 50-year-old legacy company who have been in Australia for about 30 years now. They are the #1 plant-based nutraceutical company in the world. So we're very proud to share their products, which I know if you speak to anyone in our community, these little capsules have saved our lives. And, you know, I wish I had known about them 14 years ago when I was pregnant with my first child, and every day since, because since my family has been on these products for the last 2.5 years, honestly, we have not had one cold or flu since then. It is absolutely transformed my family's health, and I will, you know, forever be on these products. So yeah, that's a little bit about sort of what we do as business partners in this community. And as you've heard tonight, like I said, whether you're here for a bit of a passion project, or you're here for a little side hustle, or you're here to make a little bit of fun money, or whatever your why is, I really encourage you, if you've heard something tonight that resonates with you and that's sort of giving you that spark back in your life where you feel like, yes, I can do this. I want more. I want more freedom. I want more time. I want more flexibility. I want more fun. You know, this is the space for you. So, like I said, if anything resonates with you from tonight's call, please reach out to the ambassador that invited you here. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me tonight and for sharing your beautiful stories. Like I said, I never tire of hearing them. And yeah, we'll leave it here. And I look forward to seeing you in the community.